This is one of my red flags in a fabric. It does feel like it's locking and loading the girls. None of the possible ways that it could fit right are actually fitting right. And you deserve more than mediocre activewear. Ever since I moved to LA, I feel like my eyes have been opened to a whole different world of activewear. Before, I feel like I really was like in my niche of like the fitness, like kind of fitness lifestyle space where most of the girlies are wearing like Honor Active, Gymshark, Alphalete, Buff Bunny, Paragon, like those kind of brands. And then I move here and everyone's wearing something different. I scroll on TikTok, I see the LA and New York influencer girlies, they're all wearing these obscure brands that I had never heard of before. And to be honest, everyone looks really good in them, but the items, I'm not sure they look that great. So today we're gonna see if these expensive, yeah, by the way, high price point, all of these. We're gonna see if these expensive it girl activewear brands are truly worth the hype. Some of the leggings today are more expensive than Lululemon. Sometimes I don't even know how people buy like Lululemon price leggings when they have some leggings that are like $115. But for brands to actually be selling leggings for like even more than that actually kind of blows my mind. For me, if I'm going to be buying a legging at a high price point, it has to be one of three things. One, it has to be unique and can't be found elsewhere. Two, it has to have an incredible fabric that outperforms affordable brands, even though affordable brands have great fabrics these days. And three, it has to offer extensive sizing or length options that affordable brands just don't have the bandwidth to do. For example, I feel like PopFlex does a great job on this. I think they have like extra small to 3 to 4X with like 5 lengths in most of their pieces. And that's a lot of SKUs to have. And I feel like an affordable brand just can't keep up with that amount of SKUs. So I do really feel like affordable brands have stepped up their fabrics, but they tend to stick to more basic styles and they don't always have those unique styles that you can't find anywhere else, like some of the more high-end brands have. And again, they do tend to have slightly more limited sizing. So today we're putting 3 It Girl activewear brands to the test. We have Splits 59, Form by Sammy Clark. There's also the Form with an E, which we already reviewed, the posture correcting sports bra. Don't buy that, don't buy it. And then 437, which back in the day used to be like the most hyped swimwear brand. And now they're like basically only doing activewear. So we're gonna do a little online shopping together, pick out some pieces, and then see what's worth it or not. All right, we are starting out with Splits 59. I actually have tried them one other time because they were one of the first brands to have flare leggings when flare leggings were just first starting to come back. And I did try them at that time. They were very much a Clydesdale horse moment for me. If you know, you know. Anyways, a little about them. According to their website, they're activewear with an edge and retro touch, designed in Los Angeles. And the LA girlies, they do seem to be wearing this. Splits 59 brand works hard in the modern woman's wardrobe. We make clothes to live, work, breathe, and sleep, take us to the gym, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, they're retro inspired, eco-conscious with no expansion on that. Like, why even put that? And they are designed in Los Angeles, but not made in Los Angeles. They also have 15-day returns and extra small to extra large. So not great. So when scrolling their website, they definitely have like a sporty look. They love like a color block moment, a contrast piping, a little like stripe piping down the side of the leg, like very Adidas style. So very sporty and I guess retro, which is what they're going for. So I feel like I have to go with these leggings. They're $138, you guys. More expensive than Lululemon, like by a good amount, which is just crazy. This seems like one of their signature leggings, the Easton Rigger high waist. They have a bunch of different like contrasty colors. I love a good color block moment. I think a lot of brands just, you know, they don't play with colors, patterns, things like that enough. So I do like that. The size range, extra small to XL, I think we already said that. And then I definitely have to try their flare leggings again. I feel like when I first did my flare leggings review, like honestly, I just hadn't tried a lot of flare leggings. That was years ago. These flare leggings, they have that signature 2 stripe down the side. It's very much giving Adidas. They do come in 2 lengths, a 30 and a 32 inch. I feel like that's a little bit short, especially for a brand that it feels like all the people modeling their clothes are like, they look like 5'10" runway models. So I just feel like if you're going to be hiring the thinnest runway models who are probably tall, you'd think that you'd have like taller inseams, but I don't know. All right, my package arrived. In terms of order experience, the package did arrive in like 2 days. I will say, I think they ship from LA and I'm also in LA, so it arrived very quickly. And they have 15-day returns from the day that you place your order. And that is one of my pet peeves. I do expect with like a premium priced brand to have kind of like a somewhat premium order experience, and I feel like really stingy return policies are not that, but at least they do offer returns for refunds because some brands don't do that. So starting out with our sports bra, we got the Sprint Rigger bra. I got a size small and it is $82 and there are no cup pads. What's crazy is on the website when it says like what activity it's recommended for, it's literally like Pilates, running, weightlifting, like literally every single activity. And if you think that I'm going to run in this sports bra, you are sorely mistaken. So the material is a 62% nylon, 38% spandex. It does feel nice. Does it feel like something I couldn't get anywhere else? No. Here is the fabric up close. It does have a more sleek performance feel. It's not shiny, but it's also not going to be super structured or compressive. And it just does seem like it's going to be quite thin for a sports bra. There are no removable cup pads, nor is there any space for removable cup pads. It's a simple scoop neck design. It's scooped in the back. We have a 1-inch elastic along the bra band. Let's try it on. All right, here's the bra. I didn't realize that these were 2 different shades of red, so that's on me. So this bra is fine. First of all, the material is super thin, so it's a little bit chilly in here today, so the headlights were on. So I just threw in my little Cakes nip covers because there is no coverage going on. So personally, if you're not going to include a removable cup pad, I would like something that increases the shaping of the garment, and there's really nothing here. So it definitely feels like this was designed for smaller busts. We have that secure elastic band along the bottom. It's sitting a little bit below my bust, but it's plenty tight, so I couldn't size down. I would say overall, true to size. In between, I'd probably even size up because it's just a little bit snug. We do have good coverage. I would say this is full coverage. So technically it's large cup size friendly, but it doesn't offer a lot of support or shaping that I would really recommend for large busts. We have the scoop neckline. It's very seamless along the sides and very low support. There's absolutely no jiggle control going on. So for them to suggest this as a running bra on the website just feels like a bit of an oversight. And then very simple in the back. It does come up a little bit on the lats here, but because it's very stretchy, it doesn't feel like it's pinching. I do like the sleek feel of the fabric, but does it meet any of my 3 things that will make me splurge on something? Number 1, is it a unique design? No, this is very, very basic. Number 2, does it have a very high quality fabric that I couldn't find elsewhere? No, this honestly reminds me of the Ingia fabric from Amazon or something like CRZ Butter Breeze. So really nothing super special about the fabric. And 3, do they have an extended size range? No, extra small to extra large. Affordable brands have better range than this. So I don't think this is bad, but it's not something I would splurge on. Then I got the Easton Rigger high waist 7/8 leggings. I got a size small and these were $138. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of bummed to see that the little piping detail, it doesn't even go in the back. It's just in the front. So I find that a little strange. So this is made of that same material. It definitely does have a lightweight performance feel. So we have a double thickness waistband. We have that little piping detail. We do have a front seam. I just have a hard time justifying paying a lot of money for a front seam legging when there are literally so many affordable options out there that have front seams. And I really haven't worn a front seam in like 4 years. We have the extended gusset that they have made in a contrast panel and it goes all the way down the leg. No logo on this one. Let's try it on. All right, here are the leggings. I think the best part about these is the fabric. It has a nice sleek feel. It does feel like a very nice fabric, so I will give them that. Very stretchy, it has a lightweight, sleek feel, but it's not shiny. That's really where the good things end for me. I will say these fit pretty true to size. If you're in between, I probably would size up. They're a little bit snug on the waist, but they're not squishing me. We have that little contrast piping detail and the detail down the leg. I like that they have this little contrast sporty vibe going. I do think that's fun and cute. Double thickness waistband. We do have a front seam. It's causing me some problems. I just don't really wear front seam leggings anymore. You just don't have to. There are so many no front seam leggings out there. Overall compression, I would say, is low to medium. Even though it has that sleek feel, it actually still does have pretty good body hugging. So it's not just like a completely shapeless fabric. So I do like that, but you will not get very much cellulite coverage out of these. The fabric is quite thin and lightweight and doesn't have any brushed layer to it that can kind of hide any cellulite. So don't expect that. Glute seams flat across in the back. Not doing anything to the glutes. I hesitate to even give these a medium on the booty scale because I really do feel like they are kind of flattening me a little bit. So we're gonna give a low to medium on the booty scale. I don't think this brand is really known for like doing good things for the glutes. And these are a 26-inch inseam. I was able to stretch them down pretty good because they do have quite a bit of stretch. And then we have the logo on the calf, which is a bit more sporty as well. So I do feel like the style is somewhat unique on these, so I could see that being a pro or reason why you'd want to get them. I also think the fabric is nice, but for me, the price tag of being more, significantly more than a pair of Lululemon leggings, which I already feel like are a high price point, plus the fact that these do have a front seam and just straight across seams in the back. I personally just expect my leggings to do a little bit more to try to flatter the body, and I feel like these aren't really trying to do that. And I would also say that they are long glute friendly. And lastly, we got the Raquel high waist Supplex Flare. So, oh wow, okay. This is a different material and I'm not really liking how it feels. This is one of their signature style leggings, I would say. We have the flare leg, and it's definitely a skinny flare. We have their piping detail down the side. I feel like I would say they're known for this, but this is definitely like an Adidas thing that they just kind of like took and made their own. So I feel like if you're gonna have something that's like your own, it shouldn't be like another brand's thing first. Anyways, we have a double thickness waistband, front seam, again, straight across seams in the back. And the fabric is very dense and has that almost like pre-pilled look. This is one of my red flags in a fabric. When it already looks like this, it has like a cotton feel, even though it's a nylon spandex. And instead of being like a nice uniform brushed material that has a soft feel, but it still lasts, it looks like it wants to pill already. Here's an up close of the fabric. It's very dense, very thick, and has that just like pre-pilled look. This one has a triangle gusset. Let's try it on. Okay. The fabric difference between these and the last ones is night and day. These do not feel great. They also are attracting any lint in any vicinity. The last material was very pet fur friendly. It's that sleek material that just nothing sticks to. This is attracting more lint than most brushed fabrics. So not liking this material. We have a high rise, double thickness waistband, no top band. We do have a front seam, still causing me some issues. Unfortunately, they just all are gonna do that. The fit is good. Again, true to size. If you're in between, I'd be sizing up. This material feels like what leggings were made out of, like when I was in high school, where you'd wear leggings to class and you'd sit on those plastic seats, and after like 5 minutes of sitting on those plastic seats, your butt itches so much. This is that exact kind of fabric. I just know if I wore these for a significant amount of time, I would feel so itchy. They really do not feel soft at all. We have that stripe down the side, which I do feel like is fun. And then at the back, I'm gonna give these ones a medium on the booty scale. Again, not helping, not hurting. The seam does go above the glutes, but it is just kind of flat across, so it's not helping. I do feel like you'll get more cellulite coverage out of this fabric because it's a slightly thicker medium compression fabric. And then we get to the abomination. Do we hear the hooves, guys? The Clydesdale horses are here. I mean, this is just why I can't wear skinny flares like this. They look absolutely ridiculous. The way that it just makes my calf go out, in, and then flare out again so aggressively looks so awkward. Also, this is the tallest inseam they come in, and they are so short. I'm 5'9", but most tall flares work for me. These are super short. I don't understand. So, not thick calf friendly and not tall girl friendly either. And I just feel absolutely ridiculous wearing these. It feels like my calves have a little tutu on. And this is just not the kind of flare I go for personally. That being said, if you have very skinny calves and you like a skinnier flare, these may be your thing. But for me, they are just really not flattering. I also feel like this fabric is not going to do very well in the squat test, but we will see. Okay, I'm not someone who always really cares that much about squat proofness, but for a dark brown legging to be that sheer and to be, how much is it? $134 is actually the most insane thing I've ever seen. Like if you make a pale yellow legging and it's sheer, like that is understandable, but a dark brown legging to be a 2 out of 10 squat proof, no, this brand, that's it for me. Overall for Splits 59, does it meet any of my 3 criteria that would make me want to splurge on a brand? 3 is off the table because it does not have a really great size range. 2 for fabrics, I did like the first fabric, the rigger fabric, but again, it's not something I've never seen somewhere else. And 1, unique styles. Again, those Easton leggings with the little contrast panel, I did think that was cute. And I'm not sure how many affordable brands are doing that kind of contrast paneling, but I do think you could find something for cheaper considering they're like $135. And while that aspect of the design is cute, they still just have a flat across waistband, flat across glute seams, and a front seam. So I feel like they're a little bit behind in that regard. So to be quite honest, these could be half that price and I still really wouldn't be buying from the brand. I just didn't feel like it was overall super functional. None of the pieces really wowed me when I put them on. Brand number 2, I feel like I've been seeing this brand so much recently. It's Form. And I was a little bit confused about this brand at first because when I go to their website, it feels like they're like trying to get me to join Form, and I don't know what that is. But it appears that this brand is called Form. It started as a kind of like wellness, workout, nutrition like app basically. And then they kind of expanded into activewear. And I always feel like when brands start out as something and then they expand to activewear, it usually feels a little bit like a cash grab, because was the activewear like really your passion first and foremost? No, but that doesn't mean they can't have good stuff. But I feel like the brands that start with like one main focus and activewear is kind of a side focus, they do tend to be brands that I feel like I see drop shipping and white labeling more. If we haven't talked about that in a while, basically drop shipping, white labeling is where a brand sources a product from a manufacturer. It's like already all designed and everything, and they just basically add their logo onto it and then sell it on their website. We've gone over this before. I feel like the key giveaways for drop shipping are really basic leggings that I can find on AliExpress, cheap looking logos, and also more limited size range. So I've seen a lot of girlies in this little layered bra. Okay, so looking at their clothing, price point is pretty high, $72 for a sports bra. $72 for a sports bra is pretty high. The leggings are $88, so also high, but I feel like specifically like a sports bra, that seems like a little crazy. This layered bra definitely seems to be very popular right now. A lot of brands are doing it. Size extra small to XL, so not a great size range, not the worst. And then their core leggings. Something about these core leggings just doesn't look great. I feel like I really don't like their logo. I'm very picky about brand logos. I feel like if you're gonna put a logo on something, it should be elevating it, not taking it away. And whenever I see this Form logo, I just feel like it looks cheap. The leggings do look like just your most basic, no front seam, seamless legging. And it kind of seems to be the only leggings they sell. So they basically only sell these core leggings. Okay, and just to see, we're gonna AliExpress image search these. So if you're ever curious if something looks kind of drop shippy to you, you can always just go to the AliExpress app, take a picture, and see if anything looks similar. And the thing is, it looks like a lot of, see, these are a front seam. It looks like a lot of basic leggings I see. Okay, it does look very similar to these leggings. We're gonna order these, just compare and see if they happened to be the same. These are $8 on AliExpress. So we're gonna go with the layered bra and the core leggings, and then these AliExpress leggings. Next up, my Form order came in. Order experience for this one, it arrived in about 5 days, and the website says it has 14-day returns, but it doesn't specify from delivery or order. So again, I hate an obscure return policy, especially if it took 5 days to arrive. That only gives you like a week to return, but they do offer refunds. Let's start out with the layered bra. I got a size small, and this one is $68. So it is a polyester spandex double layered bra. So the material again is ever so slightly brushed, kind of leaning more towards sleek performance. We have the outer layer, then we have the inner sports bra layer. The inner layer does have removable cup pads. The inner layer also has a thicker strap, and the strap is adjustable, so I do like to see that. The outer layer, the straps are really more for decoration. I'm not seeing any seam issues or anything. And then we have the logo in the back. I feel like the logo is one thing that really cheapens this brand for me. When I first looked up this brand, I was surprised to see that the prices were as high as they are, because why do these brands who are charging premium prices just have like their text logos in the reflective material? Like, I love to see like a subtle tonal logo that elevates the piece instead of kind of cheapening it. And I just feel like this does cheapen it a little bit. So I'm very particular about logos. Anyways, let's try this on. Okay, here is the sports bra. True to size, if you're in between, it does feel a little bit snug, so I would size up. I would say medium coverage. It's given the girls a bit of a lift. So I don't feel like this is like spillage. I feel like this is like push up, but it does feel like it's locking and loading the girls. I would say medium support. I appreciate the addition of the removable cups on the inner layer, and I would say this is large cup size friendly. Not the fullest coverage, but I'm still fully contained. Then we have the double straps. I really appreciate that the inner ones are adjustable. We have that logo in the back, which I don't love. And I also feel like the layer in the back, I wish it was a little bit smaller so you could see some of the white above instead of covering it so much. Kind of like how we have the white above and below in the front. It just would be nice to have that in the back as well. My one gripe with this bra is that this front layer is lined with white and the sewn edge just keeps flipping out no matter what I do to try to like get it back where it's supposed to be. Oh wait, no, that worked. Nix that, never mind. So So yeah, honestly, no issues with this bra. It's definitely on the pricey side, but really not bad. And then the leggings, I got the core leggings in Cobalt. So I did actually get my AliExpress leggings and they somehow have disappeared from thin air. I don't understand. So I ordered another pair to compare. But anyways, these are the $88 leggings. They are just a super simple, no front seam legging. The material is a 75% polyester, 25% spandex. It does feel like a slightly thicker brushed material. So you should get a little bit of compression out of these. Upon first glance, everything seems good. Here's an up close of the fabric. It does have a little bit of a brushness to it. Double thickness waistband, no front seam, and ever so slightly tapered seams in the back. Okay, these were feeling a lot like a pair of AliExpress leggings I got back in my recent AliExpress review, and I just scoured my legging shelves and I cannot find them. I do not understand why the two AliExpress leggings that I've been wanting to compare to this have both like disappeared from my closet. And normally I'm like pretty organized. So I guess I have to order those again too. I really do not understand what's going on, but let's try them on. All right, here are the leggings. The fabric is better than expected, but still not wowing me. Overall, true to size. If you're in between, you could really go either way. I feel like for me, they're maybe just like a little bit loose at the very top. These are an ultra high rise, slight dip down in the front waistband, no front seam, and can't see the gusset from the front, so that's good. No side seam. The fabric has about a low to medium compression, and I do feel like it's doing a little bit more body hugging than expected, so that's good. The seams sit above the glutes in the back, medium on the booty scale. It's not really doing a whole lot of enhancement, and you probably would get, I would say, mild cellulite coverage in these because the fabric does have a bit of a brushed layer to it. And then these are hitting me kind of at a 7/8 length. I think they said they were 27-inch inseam, but I measured a 26 personally, so I do feel like they are a bit of a 7/8 length. So honestly, these really aren't bad, but I really do have to take into account the price. And for $88, it's really hard for me to compare these to anything but my favorite affordable leggings. Honestly, these kind of remind me of Camo Fitness Serenity leggings, except I think I like those a little bit more. I think those are also a 75% polyester, 25% spandex. One sec. So these are a nylon spandex. So they are similar, but not quite. So overall for form, does it meet any of my 3 requirements to splurge on a brand? Okay, hello, I'm popping in. So to talk about if the items are unique, I did some extra research because I thought Liaison was the first brand to do the layered bra, but I'm pretty sure Liaison was the first brand to do the layered bra with patterns. But looking back at their Instagram posts, Form did have a layered bra before Liaison, and I don't know if anyone else did it before. So in that case, their layered bra is definitely a unique thing that they came up with. Again, I'm not entirely sure, but I do think they may have been the first. So I feel like they put a lot more creativity into their tops than their bottoms. That being said, can you find the layered bras other places now? Yes. I haven't tried the brand Gold Hinge, but I know they sell the layered bras. Again, Liaison also has layered bras. Buff Bunny did a layered bra, and I think I've seen even like Set Active do them. So it's not like you can't get it anywhere else, but I will say that is a little bit of a bonus that I think they may have come up with that idea. So some creativity in there, but the leggings are a little bit lackluster, especially for the price. Number 2, does it have great fabrics? Again, no, this fabric feels very similar to a lot of my affordable brands. And 3, do they have a good extended size range? Again, no, they only come in extra small to extra large. So again, this is another brand where I personally wouldn't be splurging on. And the last It Girl influencer hyped activewear brand we'll be trying today is 437. I have actually gotten quite a few requests to review 437. I don't think I've ever actually tried them on the channel, which is surprising. But the main reason why I've never tried this brand is I go to their website and I just see like the tiniest little bras that look incredibly ill-fitting on the website. And I just think there's no way. There's no way. So I have not tried them. I also have not visited their website in so long that I didn't even realize they're basically not even doing swimwear anymore. If you go to the shop all page, it's all activewear. And I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but do I not remember the 437 age? This was like 8 years ago. All the Gymshark athletes were wearing 437 at the beach. This was the swimwear brand, and now they only do activewear. Personally, I don't feel like swimwear brands tend to make good activewear. Again, it does always kind of feel like an afterthought, so that's another reason why I never tried this brand. I'm like, why am I trying activewear from a swimwear brand? I feel like activewear brands can make good swimwear, but I feel like swimwear brands tend to not make the best activewear. Let me know if you guys disagree. So scrolling on the website, again, very high price point, $80 sports bras. This wrap top is $95. You guys, I just cannot get myself to pay for a wrap top when Ingia from Amazon has a $20 wrap top that is really great quality, super soft and super cute, and comes in cute colors. Like, why would I pay like 5 times that price for a little wrap top? And a wrap top, like, it's probably rayon spandex. It's polyester spandex, but still, like, that's just, it doesn't, paying a lot lot for a pair of leggings that has a lot that goes into the construction is one thing, but to pay the same price for a wrap top versus leggings, not making sense to me. And then this is an example of like, why do we put this on the website when this sports bra is not even fitting this girl? You can see how it just hovers over her body because it doesn't actually fit her. Like, why do we put things on the website that show that you do not care that your activewear actually fits people? That is definitely a pet peeve of mine. Size range, pretty similar to the last one, extra small to XL. So clearly none of the brands today have a very good size range, which again, one of my 3 things. If I'm going to purchase an expensive brand, it's got to be unique, great fabrics, or good size range. So none of them have the good size range. They seem to have a lot of neutrals. It seems very Pilates ballet core. All right, we're gonna go for these V leggings because, I mean, at least they're no front seam, and at least they have some curved glute seams in the back, so they don't look horrible. And when you click on their image, the image quality is really good and I can see a lot of details. So their website is really good. The lighting is good, which I like. I am gonna get the wrap top, even though it pains me to spend $95 on that. I just have to see. Maybe it will change my life. And then even though it's called the micro bra, I like the little contrast piping detail of this one, so I will try that as well. And lastly, my 437 package arrived. This one also took about 5 days and also has a 14-day return policy. Maybe this is the one that didn't specify if it was from delivery or order. Starting off with the micro bra, I got a size small and this is $80. You guys, this material looks like straight up felt. It's an 82% polyester, 18% spandex, and this just looks like it would not breathe well at all. Do we see this fabric? It is incredibly thick, but not in like a good way, you know? It looks really thick in a non-breathable way. Let me show you like a good brushed fabric. I'm not sure this is gonna really show up on camera, but just the way that this material hangs, I'm sure the legging is going to be just as thick. Compared to something like a Buff Bunny Posh Knit, which is one of my favorite fabrics right now, it has this velvety feel, but it's ultra stretchy. Here's the 437 fabric, and then here is the Buff Bunny Posh Knit. It's still nice and dense, but it just has so much more stretch. I think it'll be more effective to compare it to the leggings, but I am not going to like this sports bra. Every once in a while, I get comments from people who are like, oh, you didn't even like it before you even tried it on. Like, yes, look at my channel, look at how many pieces I have tried. I have been doing this for so many years. It's honestly quite rare for me to not be able to tell just by holding something up if I'm gonna like it. And I just do not have good feelings about this. So it has a bandeau shape. We have a 437 front and center logo. Spaghetti straps, not adjustable. I would have liked to see them be adjustable. Removable cut pads, and then this little piping detail. Let's try them on. Okay, clearly we've saved the worst for last because calling this a bra is a stretch. It's just a bandeau with absolutely no shape and no support. Like everything about this bra is not fitting right. And this is why I've avoided this brand for so long. And genuinely, I see people wearing these brands and I'm like, do we have no awareness of any other brand that could be better? Like, do you put this on your body and think, wow, like this is a good fitting item? Because I feel very passionate that it is not. Like, do we see this spilling out the top? The straps are just waiting to fall off and then it's loose along the bottom. Like none of the possible ways that it could fit right are actually fitting right. So anyways, true to size, maybe. I don't know, it's too tight up here and too loose down here, so I couldn't really tell you. It is low coverage, not large cup size friendly. Spaghetti straps, scoop neck. I think I already said low coverage. Support is also very low. And then the back just has a scooping design. It's hard to judge how the fabric feels on a top like this, but we will see with the leggings. So, okay, the V leggings, these are $95. You can just tell by the rigidity of these, this is definitely going to be a pancake butt legging. I can just already tell. It is such a thick material. It's also kind of giving that pre-pilled look like the Splits 59 leggings. Okay, I'm not seeing any seam issues. I'm just not loving the fabric. So we have a slight V waistband. It's also a crossover waistband, no front seam, triangle gusset, no side seams, and then in the back it has curved glute seams. And I don't know if they said this on the website, but it does look like they have a little bit of a hidden scrunch moment in the back. So I like to see that, just coming in one length. Let's try them on. So these leggings, also a very poor fit. I just really am not understanding. So this is a size small. I definitely have some extra fabric in the crotch area. It's a pretty high rise. I would say that this is an ultra high rise because it's going above my natural waist on the sides and the back. We do have the crossover waistband, no front seam. The waistband doesn't come down very low, so you're not getting any lower tummy control. The gusset, not visible from the front, no side seams. And then in the back, I don't feel like the scrunch is really doing that much, if there really even is a scrunch there. But I do feel like we're getting a little wrinkling effect of the fabric below the glutes, which I see on a lot of fabrics that just don't contour the body very well. This is a very warm fabric, and not warm in a way where you're like, okay, this is going to like keep me warm, but also be good for workouts. It really does not feel breathable at all. So I really would not enjoy working out in this fabric. And then another 7/8 length. Truly, if you gave me these leggings and asked me how much they should be, I would say $30. Like I really truly do have so many better leggings at a lower price point. And while I feel like Splits 59 and Form, like honestly, they did a little bit better than expected. I feel like this brand is doing a lot worse than expected. I didn't even say compression. It's hard for me to gauge the compression on these because even though it's quite a thick fabric, I don't really feel like it's actually holding me in anywhere. So it's still kind of like a low to medium compression, but the body hugging I don't feel like is really good. All right, then we got a couple more tops. This is the ballet tank. Everything seems to be made of the same material. I'm just really not a fan of it. We have a little sweetheart neckline, ruched front detail, again with the piping. Definitely going to be a cropped fit. There are removable cup pads, but no shelf lining, so minimal support. Again, that's something that I just haven't been really impressed about with these brands, is that like there's not a lot of bra support going on. Let's try it on. All right. I had a feeling this top wouldn't work for me. I can't tell if this is better or worse than the sports bra, but it's not great. Again, I really feel like their pieces don't fit me well. Super small in the bust, but obviously, according to the website, it wasn't fitting the models either. So not made for large busts, but then it's loose along the bottom. So who is it made for, you know? So I do feel like this runs a little bit big, but only if you have a small cup size. This is not large cup size friendly anyway. Low coverage, very low support. Don't do that. I'm definitely spilling out of the bottom a little bit here. We do have removable cups. There's no true built-in shelf liner, it's just cups in the sports bra. We have a little piping detail, a little ruche detail. I think the design of this is really cute, but the fit and the fabrics are they really have to come a long way for me to ever try these again. And then very simple in the back. And then we have the $95 rack top. Oh my God, is it made of the same material? Are you serious? Yeah, you guys, it's made of the same recycled polyester spandex material. I don't know about you, but when I see wrap tops, I feel like they're normally a super like comfy, lightweight, stretchy material. And for this to be the same material as the leggings, I just don't know about that. I don't feel like that gives like dainty ballet top. This material also just gives like that like residue on it. I am really not liking the material. I do really like the little lettuce hem. I think that's cute. We have long sleeves. It has this elongated area to tie. They say you can wear it front or back, but I'll probably just wear it the way that it's intended to be. And then we have the 437 logo small in the back. Let's try it on. Here we have the wrap top. The sleeves are pretty restricting and tight because they're made out of this material that I didn't like it for leggings. I definitely do not like it for a top. I also feel like it doesn't really it's not going over my shoulders. So I do feel like it's just gonna slide right off my shoulders. I guess that's what they're trying to do with all their stuff because nothing is actually fitting on my shoulders. And then I think they just kind of like tied this top in a little double knot like this. So yeah, you can kind of just see all of the straps are slipping off. I mean, is it cute? Yes, but this is $95. You have me hard pressed to be convinced that this would ever be worth $95. Like, why is this more than the sports bra when there's so much less that goes into it? Like, the pricing is not making sense for me. Even if it was cheaper, again, I really don't like the fabric for a top. It's not breathable and it's kind of stiff. I feel like this brand is kind of following in Crop Shop Boutique's footsteps. I didn't love Crop Shop Boutique either because they really don't make anything that's large cup size friendly, but I feel like at least like their fabrics are better than this. So yeah, this one isn't for me. Okay, it's me again. Funny enough, I am working on an affordable activewear video and look what Aoxjox literally just came out with. First of all, it's a much more lightweight, sleek performance material, but we have the cute little lettuce edges and it's just so much more lightweight. I do still wish the shoulders were like up a little bit more, but clearly this was the intentional style. So clearly we can find this other places, not for literally like double the price of some leggings. Overall for 437 doesn't meet any of my criteria to splurge for a brand. Number one, unique designs. No, I feel like a lot of their stuff is very much like Crop Shop Boutique, which I do feel like is the OG because they were making activewear a long time ago. Again, not my personal favorite brand, but a lot of people love them. Number two, good fabrics that you can't find anywhere else. No. I have affordable brands with so many better fabrics than this. I really, really hate this fabric a lot. And number 3, inclusive size range. Again, no, none of these brands have that today. Actually, I would say that this is one of the worst brands I've tried in a while. The fit is really off. The fabric is really bad. It truly makes it worse that this is so expensive for such like mediocre activewear. I feel like activewear brands are really falling off, and it seems like so many brands are coming out with mediocre stuff, and you deserve more than mediocre activewear. I try to review a lot of affordable stuff on this channel, a lot more mid-priced stuff as well. And honestly, all of these brands today, I don't really see the purpose in splurging when it's so expensive for things that I wasn't really over the moon about. Like, I do not like any of the pieces today more than my NGS stuff from Amazon, more than CRZ Yoga stuff from Amazon, more than Camo Fitness. Like, none of these things are better than those brands. And those brands are literally like a quarter of the price. So I'll link some affordable activewear videos down below just to show you what you guys can get at an affordable price, because it is so possible to get high quality stuff at affordable prices. Let me know what other hyped brands you guys would like to see me review, and let me know if you guys liked the structure of this video. I kind of hate doing videos where I don't like any of the stuff because it makes me sad, but that's just how it is sometimes. Overhyped, expensive, and not even good quality. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!